A very good day, everyone. My name is Liang. You can call me Jimmy. I'm the founder and CEO of 24 Angels Home Care. So, what do? We are the web platform and mobile application that match the nearest caregivers to the clients at their home.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jimmy Yeap, founder and CEO of 24 Angels Home Care. And then I'm also the director of Mindy Green Senior Residences. I come from Penang and I graduated from Multimedia University in 2018, engineering school. And currently I'm pursuing my master's program in Monash University, Sunway campus. Before graduation, I was a real estate agent and also insurance agent. Currently, our company has grown to 2 branches in Klang Valley, and then we also have home health services throughout Klang Valley. I was graduated as an engineering graduate, but before I graduated, I started my home health service company at the final year of my study. So before I graduated, I already aspired to start my own startup, which was supported by EDC at the very beginning. Yeah, they provided me a small grant which allowed me to do market validation and then incorporate my company and then hire a few interns to validate the business. And then after the final year, after graduation, then we secured another investment from angel investors to start our nursing homes in Kajang. And that's how we started grow until today. And we have 2 branches till today. And then the 3rd one is coming up end of the year. I was raised up in a single parent family. So therefore, since young, I was somehow being trained to be independent. And then I know in order to go to university, I had to fight all the way in order to get tertiary education. That's how I secured my first scholarship to get a diploma in Thye College after SPM. So that is the first time I got scholarship so that I can pursue my study. And then when going to degree, I had trouble to fund my degree study. Therefore, I applied scholarship to all the scholarships in Malaysia, and I failed in so many interviews until the last one, which is Yayasan Tunku Abdurrahman, that they like my personality and my life values and principles, so they actually supported me to study in MMU. So without their support, I wouldn't be able to finish my degree in MMU because the cost is high actually. Yeah, so that's the second scholarship that I obtained. And then of course, in my life, I learned that you have to work very hard and then be very persevere in all undertakings so that you can hit and achieve what you want. So that's how I earned my way up to get scholarships, and then after that, the startup grant, right? Because during my student life, the Yayasan actually they did give us a small chunk of living allowance. That's how I can maintain my daily living. And because I have that allowance, so I take opportunity of the last year to start my business, because that is the best time for me to venture out before I graduated, and then after got a stable job, then only start the entrepreneur journey. Because on the last year, the subjects are relatively lesser, and I do not have any commitments. So therefore, I take the risk to actually start the startup. So talking about the awards, I'm very grateful that MMU sent me to participate in the Ministry of Higher Education Entrepreneurial Award. That is very significant in my starting journey, because that gave me a further boost in terms of my mentality to grow the business more and to the next level. And I got second runner-up in the national level, and the award was presented by the Minister of Education at that time, which is Dr. Masli Malik, which is, I feel very proud at that time. After that competition, my personal profile was featured in MMU website, and also my name was quite easily Googleable by investors and partners. So it actually helped to boost your personal reputation and your reputation. And also when you're looking for fundings, it's also quite important that they know who are the founders that they are investing in. The story begins with my grandma fall down at our home in Penang. So after that incident, our family was facing difficulties to look after her. So we had to send her to nursing homes in Penang. And the bad services that we had encountered throughout the 3 years that caused us to change 3 nursing homes in Penang. So from there, I was inspired by the last nursing home, which gave me the concept of nursing and rehab center, which is relatively premium to look after the sick elderly. And that's how I got the inspiration. But at the beginning, I was planning to build a platform which matched the caregivers and nurses and also doctors to the patients at their comfort home. That's the initial idea when I pitched to EDC. So at the beginning of my final year, I had the idea, but ideas is nothing without validation and without the agreement from the others, right? So I was seeking for acknowledgement and validations. Therefore, I wrote the pitch deck and I sent to EDC. And at that time, the timing is right that MMU just started EDC. So EDC has a program which is the first batch program that allows student entrepreneurs to submit their pitch deck and then listen to our ideas. So they are willing to give grant if the business plan is actually workable and they see potential in it. And I was very excited. So I quickly wrote the pitch deck, and the pitch deck was not perfectly done, I would say, but I still submitted and I presented in front of judges, consists of external panels and professors. And probably due to my passion and my great enthusiasm, they agreed to support me with some amount of money, which allowed me to start validation and then do marketings to see how the business can actually grow. But after 3 to 4 months, I faced a lot of adversity in knowing how to launch the business to the market, because I was a student. I was so good at going to exams and then getting good grades, but the problem is I do not know how to launch the business to the market. So I was reading a lot of books and then seeking a lot of help from mentorships in the university, and also go to online to learn more about business. And after 6 months, after I have acquired some market experience and then the business experience, I modify my pitch deck, and then I send it to an angel investor in Klang Valley. And again, after I modified the pitch deck, and I went to their office and then presented the plan to them. And I still remember that morning I had an accident because probably too nervous or because of high pressure. The first time presenting to angel investors. So after that accident, when I went to the office, I was in a bad condition to present. But probably due to my passion, and then with the enthusiasm that I possess, they agreed to invest in our company. And that's the big break for my startup to turn into a small enterprise. And our Sendirian Berhad was incorporated in July 2018. So that's how I moved from being a student enterprise to a small enterprise. After secured the first grant from EDC, and then second one is angel investment. Yeah, that's a big break for me to grow my business. But of course, before I secured the angel investment, I put my idea to some competitions. I think competition is very important because that's the place where you get the feedbacks from the judges, and those judges, they are usually businessmen or entrepreneurs who have failed and then come out again. They are those serial entrepreneurs, so they can give you a lot of advice how to go with it, what are the things that you should know to be an early startup. So after the competition, I was more positive, and I was more confident to pursue the startup to the next level. Yeah, that's how I started my startup. I have many friends who often ask me this question: how do I convince the investors and partners? Okay, first of all, the founder must able to show commitment and also passionate in what he's doing. Because when I pitch to investors, I let them know the business plan. After that, I show the commitment that I'm willing to undertake in order to pursue the startup until it becomes successful. Okay, and the tips I can give is that they like full-time founders. They do not like founders who work outside, but on the part-time, they work on their startup. Because the failure rate of such founder in the startup is quite high. They want your full commitment, and you have to show your passion. And not only that, they want to see validations. Validations is so important because ideas are cheap. Everybody can every morning sit at the toilet bowl and then think of new ideas, right? So ideas are cheap, but the validation is important. And with the validations, you're gonna present it to the investors and then let them know what are the things that works, what are the things that cannot work and will not work. So with the validations that you have, and also the projections, you have to show them some financial projections that is feasible and doable. At the early stage, they are willing to put in some money to bet on you. But of course, with my personality of never giving up, so it's quite easy for the investors to trust me. Even until today, I still do the same thing. I never change my plan to do other business or being attracted by other business opportunities, So the commitment is that you must tell them this business plan, I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna work out the plan. I will continue to work on the plan until the business grows. You never keep on changing your plans and goalposts. Okay, that is very important in how to convince your investors. And I still remember at the beginning, the first 6 months, I only draw a minimum salary of 2,000 ringgit just to make sure that the company stay alive. So bootstrapping is very important, that you must tell your investors you are willing to work even without pay. Even without pay, you are still working on the plan and you want to make sure the business grows.